You know, International Drift Championship isn't won by the powerful engine and the best quality spare parts. It's won by the perfect setup. And the same car, the same great built car, can be ideal and flawless and really perfect for one driver, and it's gonna be the terrible disaster for the other driver. The only matter is the setup, the perfect one, especially for the specific layout, specific angle, style of drifting of the driver, condition of the surface, and dozens more parameters and factors. So today we'll talk about the setup of the car for the International Championship, and we'll tell how we fine-tune it for the OIDC round 2. So make sure to subscribe, and let's go. Motorsport itself is kind of tricky in the perspective of technical stuff, because if you're not preparing your car correctly and properly and you don't know every bolt and nut, everything that may happen in the track. And last years and last season we faced this issue with our cars that weren't made in our workshops, and of course we cannot predict and explain every issue that may happen. As it was in the last year, we have a lot of issues with BMW of Anatoly, or the couple stuff with the Supra of Dan. But anyway, we didn't know every detail in this car, and the issue is that there is no opportunity to the repair just in 1 second. We don't know how to unbolt every part super quickly. And the solution here is only one: to do the car by ourselves. And the main concept for us here is to make the ready-to-race car like the plug-and-play solution, where you just buying this car, just bringing it and it's assembled already. You're just sitting in this car and starting for the worldwide competition, as we have here. So we finally made it for the 3 cars, and we're really proud of it, because there is plenty of time, in just a few days before, and we made it ahead, and now we're finally with 3 our cars. Stop, guys. Now, these cars exactly that we discussed are actually available to buy at FreshX in Dubai. You can do it. We've already gone through the builds and tested parts, and now we can offer these ready-to-race solutions. On freshxracing.com, you can see which cars are available right now on the website, see the full specs, photo, delivery options, prices. Actually, we deliver worldwide. And you can actually order the full custom build or just the separate parts. And now, come back to the podcast.
Behind me is my Supra A90, a car we've been developing for about 2 years now. At first, we spent a full season running it in RDS GP, working through and fixing all the weak points of this chassis. Last year, together with Anton Kozlov, we put in a lot of seat time, really dialing the car in for the local track layouts. And by the end of the season, we finally achieved exactly what we had hoped for. Today, this car handles absolutely wonderfully. It's incredibly fast, and it can perform every maneuver with great precision and comfort. We took it out for testing. I drove it, and I absolutely loved every single moment. Today, after 2 years, I like this car the most I ever have. And if you woke me up in my sleep and asked, "Dan, what do you want to drive to Oman?" And if I were given the option to pick from any car available, even including my 80th Supra, which stayed with the Russian Fresh Racing team, which I truly love, I would most likely choose this 90th one, because it is fully calibrated for local competitions. And even today, if I were to get on it, I'm certain I'd feel completely comfortable and probably deliver a strong performance. And what could be better for a team that came to a race specifically to achieve a good sporting result? That's definitely cool. But there's one idea that truly excites me. We want our clients, who buy our racing solutions, Not to spend, like I did, 2 years on their cool cars, and only from the second, third, or perhaps fourth season start to show results. The goal is that the components and solutions you purchase from our company, which you then use to assemble your vehicle, would immediately operate with high quality and deliver excellent results, right from your very first outing, your first race, or your first season. As the company's founder, I decided to try our product myself. I haven't driven an LS in a long time. I'm very used to JZ, I like them, and I'm not really ready to change anything. But because our core idea is that we create the very best products, the most effective solutions that will work right away, instantly, and you won't have to waste years just to achieve an impressive outcome, I've decided that this season, I'll be driving a brand new Nissan 400Z in Fresh X.
То есть ты прям каждый раз так. Но здесь понятно, что внутрь не нырнешь сильно, иначе в линию попадешь.
Yesterday, I got acquainted with this car for the very first time. They rolled it out for me and said, "Get in and drive." One of the main ideas I truly wanted to verify, I intentionally didn't get too involved in the construction. I didn't go into the specifics. I simply told the team, I need a vehicle that will be comfortable for any driver. They told me, dude, here it is. Just get in and drive. Don't invent anything, don't twist anything, don't adjust anything. Just drive. It's understood that we can work with camber, with tow, with caster. That's classic. Probably this needs to be adjusted individually for each track, but I haven't even done that yet. Yesterday, I just drove. It was extremely uncomfortable because it's a completely new configuration and new platform. And tomorrow, with all of this, we'll dive into the new season. I really hope that as a driver, I will be satisfied with this platform and pleased with the decisions our company made. But one thing I can say for sure, we are moving at a certain pace, and it seems like it's in a good direction.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, action. Okay, wait. Good. Yeah. Next. Okay.
This evening, the organizer is holding an event, like a press conference. Yes, they'll be on the track, setting up tables and things like that. I don't understand the format, it's something new. So, we need to attend.
Today's press conference marks the official start of an exciting new season of OIDC with more than 50 top competitors from all around the world. Round 1 promises an electrifying opening filled with world-class drifting action.
Either the fluid boiled over, or the rack's gotta be replaced.
Steering felt light to the right, but to the left, it only went halfway. And then nothing, no steering at all. I was trying to work it back and forth, and then bam, it just turned all the way. Because of that, I almost spun out. Then to the right, it's light again. I'm like, okay, fine. But on the last run, this shit started happening again. Now we're here, and to the left, it's easy, but to the right, it doesn't turn at all on the spot.
First practice session in Oman track, we started dialing in suspension and steering for the specific layout. Since our LS Pro Z run the mechanical power steering and every pump performs a bit differently, we had to fine-tune the pressure to get the exact feel what the drivers are expecting. And we really tested it during Dan's first qualifying run. For the first attempt of this car, it wasn't really bad, but then didn't stay wide on the zones, how it was told by the judge in task.
So we will score you at the start of the zone, zone 1, and then again at the end of zone 1. Now, if you deviate from the zone at any point, we will dock points. So for instance, you've initiated and you're perfect, we'll say on initiation, and you wander halfway into the zone, halfway through, but then you're again perfect at the end, you will lose those 4 or 5 points will be docked off you for coming away from the line, even though you were fine at the start and fine at the finish. We want to see you on that white line all the way to the end of the zone.
My advice would be to utilise it as much as you can, check out other people's runs, see who you're up against, see how they're travelling. Yeah, good luck.
The main issues for us are with the line. So from what I understand, you really have to come out of the zone and go straight back inside. They want to see most of the transitions happen on the inside. Yesterday I missed one there, and I realized that it's not easy to do.
They made the assignment significantly harder than it was. They really made it much harder, but
it's like cool, isn't it?
Welcome to round one of OIDC 2026. We are back in the beautiful Muscat Drift Arena. Nice job there, filling out our zone one. Pushing through the first inside clip. Snappy transition, all the angle just to scrub a bit of speed as he makes his way for the second outer zone. Nice job here so far from Denis Migal. Through this intersection, very fast transition, dab of the handbrake just as the judges asked to scrub off a bit of speed. Doing a nice job now as he taps the front brakes, lines it up for the second last inside clip, through the last inside clip and over the finish line. Nice run there from Denis Migal.
I pushed the left foot brake a bit too hard a couple times and the car just started bogging. Had to fight it on grip, make a few corrections. I can do it cleaner.
But don't miss the clip next time.
Wait, I missed it? Which clip?
The first one. The first one inside clip, after the corner.
Actually miss it?
Yeah. And in the second arc, you didn't hit the outer line. Like you wanted.
I hit the front brake too hard and the car just went, woo! I just played with the clutch.
Yeah, there was just no smoke.
Shit, how did I even miss that? That felt good there, right? Here, yeah, I'm gonna overcook the brake. Ah, got it. I can do way better.
You gonna fix it?
Yeah. Sasha, I wasn't really pushing it on initiation this time. I still had some doubts about grip. I mean, you know, I went off there in practice, so I'm not fully trusting myself. I just don't feel the acceleration properly. Back on the JZ, you load it up like a slingshot, and then bam! If we make it through qualifying today, tomorrow's gonna be a completely different run.
Flames shooting out the back of that Z, V8 screaming, not too deep through the start of that zone, but he does a good job by the end of it as he stomps on the front brakes, tucks the nose in for the inner clip, transitioning now for the first time, hits the second inside clip, and listen to that car.
He needed to go deeper there.
The second outer zone.
Come on now.
Third outer zone.
Holding it? Yeah, hold
so far. See him coming through this intersection, hitting them inside clips and bringing it over the line. Anatoly Shcherbak doing a great job there in the Fresh X. We see Damir, nice job there, filling out her zone one, pushing that Z all the way through. Brand new car. Look at this. This build is absolutely insane. The work the Fresh X guys do, it's just a credit to them. Serious garage based in Dubai. As we see Damir now coming through, getting out of zone. Very nice. Big handbrake drive, trying to get the car where he wants.
Way too early.
On the car as he makes his way through second last clip and pushing it over the line. Damir, not a bad job.
So is it more grip for now?
same as before.
The first qualifying run of OIDC 2026 went actually well, especially from the technical standpoint. Besides of the fact that every driver have some small mistakes with the clips and with zones, from the technical part we worked smoothly and didn't have any breakdown and just unexpected stuff. So now we're just working on the consolidation of the results of the first run and improving it for the second.
Так. Легкие ноги.
Denis Migal, run 2. It's lovely and wide. Right on that outer zone. This is a great run there from Denis Migal as he's tipping his way to the centre section. Fast transition, very, very fast transition. So he puts the foot down now, right on the front brake, trying to get the back of that car lovely and wide. As you see him come through the centre section into the decel zone. Bit of a handbrake drag there just to settle her down, try and get the Z back on the correct line. As he puts the foot to floor and brings it through the last 2 inside clips and over the finish line. Denis Migal. Damir heading off for his second run. Nice initiation. I thought it was a bit early, but he pulls it off perfectly. Back wheel right on the outer zone. See that Z coming through the centre section, looking unbelievable on track. Fills that second outsider zone. Damir doing a great job here on this second qualifying run. Definitely wants to get a high score on the board, push himself up that qualifying order for battles tomorrow. So we see him come through the centre section, transitioning for the last time and over the finish line. Well done there from Damir, really like that initiation. Second qualifying run, throwing in nice initiation, very, very fast through that first zone, doing a good job here. See how he gets on when he tucks the nose in and makes his way for the first transition. Another guy, snappy, fast transition, just like the judges were asking. So you see him on the front brakes now, trying to get the rear of that car out nice and wide, pushing wide. So he makes his way into the decel zone, doing a good job through second last corner. One more transition, one more inner clip, and then he brings it over the finish line. That's a good run there for Anatoly Shcherbak.
What a run, bro! That was beautiful! 81.7 points.
I've honestly never seen anything better in my life. Nothing even comes close. The whole concept, it's perfect. I truly think this is the most promising engine setup out there. Honestly, at this point, I don't even care if I win or lose. Just getting in this car and hitting the gas, that alone is pure joy. It's absolutely worth the money.
And we're finally ended up and finished with the qualifying rounds. It was the first round of the international championship for all of our 3 Pro Z. And we're really proud that we've made it to the OIDC because it was kind of fear not to make it up till the 15th of Jan. But we did it, finally we did it. And the result is really insane for the first attempt.
This is my first day driving this car, and I actually scored pretty good qualifying points, 83.7. Damir got 85 points and Tariq 81.7. So the whole team scored 80 plus points. This is generally a good result because only 2 participants here scored 90 and 91. So only 2 people got over 90. So 80 is about an average result for the upper grid, which is basically good as more than 60 pilots started. We shortened the reduction a bit, we changed the steering rack because it was a bit faulty, it was binding a little. This prevented confident driving, and that's basically it. So the car works properly.
And the more benefit that we have, that we didn't have any breakdowns of the car, just small adjustment that is needed, and it's always room for reinforcement, but there is nothing breakable and nothing really serious. It means that this car is really reliable, we can work with it and we can improve it to the driver to make it the better solution on the market, like the ready-to-race car. Because exactly as Dan said before, it was the second time he's driving this car at all. I mean, the training and today for the training and qualifying. So the second day of the driving, and he was amazed for this car. So we're aiming for the great battles for tomorrow.
I'm really looking forward to tomorrow because I'm eager to understand how this car will drive in tandem. Because I love driving as the chase car, and I hope this engine, this setup, and the solutions we've implemented will allow us to drive as aggressively and closely as possible.
Today is the tandem day, and it's really that point we came for the whole year of building these exact cars. Hopefully, and we're proud that all of 3 cars made to the qualifying run, and they were at the top third of the bracket, and there is the good result for us. There is always room for reinforcement, but anyway, we're happy for this result. And today we've got the nice training, we got some few training parts with the tandem, with the our rivals exactly, and with other drivers just to check the track, check how grip is, how power sliding is working. And the drivers said that they really got used to this track, because anyway, when you're drifting in your home arena, you're getting used to this track and these corners and gears, just ratio, etc. But here is another track, and we got used to it on the training at the first day and yesterday and today.
See, a lot of drivers are making mistakes in that third outside zone. Maxit just dropped 3 wheels off there. And if this were a tandem run, Damir would have taken it.
Honestly, when we saw the bracket, we were in total shock. We knew for sure that we could go to top 16, but also we knew exactly the cost of it. Right here at top 32, 2 of our drivers were forced to be head-to-head. Damir on his S58 and Anatoly on his LS engine car. And according to the almost similar setup, it wasn't about the engine or horsepower. This run comes down to the driver's skills and only. And this time, only one driver will move on to top 16.
But yeah, here we go. Damir to lead, Anatoly to chase. What's going to happen? Fresh X versus Fresh X, Z versus Z. Damir doing a nice job getting lovely and wide. Anatoly trying to push up on his door there. See them come through the centre section now. Lovely transition from both guys. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, the boys doing a brilliant run here. They know each other's driving style so well.
Let's go! I got 1,000 on you.
Huge angle in that transition into the D-cell zone. But Anatoly knocking on the set door, pushing him around the last corner as they transition again and over the line.
Wait, you bet on him?
Now we have the second half of this. Anatoly is in the pink car in the lead position and Damir is in the blue one. That stops for the next minute as they do this battle. Look at this, Damir tucking right in beside Anatoly. Anatoly doing a great job there. Lovely lead line through that first section, but Damir right there with him, knocking on the door of the Z. Brilliant drive. Damir doing a great job to mirror him, doing exactly what the judges asked in the driver briefing. As we see Anatoly now filling that third outer zone, but Damir is just right there with him. Maybe Damir dropped one wheel on the inside there as they come over the finish line.
Your Grand is hanging by a thread right now.
Well, Tolja did a really solid job as the chase driver. Why are we even running together?
Would have been better to get Shanahans and go up against each other.
I'm slowly starting to write it down.
Your bank card number?
Yeah.
And Damir gets the win.
Damn. But the run was actually really good.
You were really close to him. So by RDS rules, you would have taken the win. But by the local rules here, they prefer more chase car right in the base, staying on him.
Dennis with such a fast, snappy transition, but we need to look at the replay.
I don't think he hit him.
He spun out. Guys! That wasn't contact, right? No, there was no contact.
Dan, don't overcomplicate it. Just make it clean.
That's it, nice one. I've already written it down. 19 goes through. And once I write it here, that's it. No going back. This is my notebook of the future, you know?
One, and yet Denis Migal gets the win.
In top 32, Migal did his best mirroring Shaihani to chase that perfect score. Their transitions were really in sync, then was right to the door and everything going smoothly. But then Shaihani made the fatal mistake. He lost grip and his car washed out. Migal at the same time avoided the contacts and kept his cool, so he secured his spot in top 16.
OIDC 2026.
In the top 16, our drivers went out the battle right back to back. Damir was up first, going against Ramzy, and right after them, Migal was already waited to the Drift Masters driver from Hungary, Kevin Piskolty.
Put the floor now, pushing them cars out wide, trying to get in and fill that outer zone. Ramzy's right there with him, knocking on the door, pushing him around, getting ready. One more transition into the descent zone. Ramzy goes a small bit wide, drops maybe one wheel there, but he is nudging that beautiful Z of Fresh X around the last corner and over the finish line.
Feels like he's got a bit more pace than you, so be ready. You're really gonna have to chase him down.
Ramzy just clipping the cone there on the chicane, but wide initiation for Ramzy, but Damir's right there with him, tucking in beside that S, lifting a wheel through the transition. So much grip in the back of the Sylvia, but Damir still there with him. He's just laying with him, following him around, doing a great job of mirroring. Not too much proximity, but he's not too far away. But now he's making a dive, trying to get up close and personal with Ramzy, and he does a great job how he held it through that decel zone as we see them transition further last time and bring it over the line. There you have it. Damir Idiyatulin gets the win. He advances on.
Yeah!
Cone clip there by Kevin in the chicane, but nice initiation from Kevin Piskolty. Look at that, putting the back wheel right on that line. Absolutely near perfect through that first zone. As he puts the foot down now, trying to get a bit ahead of Denis Migal. Dennis though, using all the power in that Z to stick with Kevin Piskolty. Pushes them into the second zone.
Goddamn!
Go, go, go! Man, I am still here. And they flick back now. Oh, what a dive from Denis Migal, and he holds it as well. That was absolutely epic driving. Kevin Piskolty doing whatever he can to try and shake him off through these last few sections. But Denis Migal...
Was he kind of jerky? Nah, not. Okay, you was good. Don't worry about that contact. It didn't affect anything. I think he did a solid job as the lead run. So just keep it clean and take every clips. Do not forget to hit the inside clip, and you'll be fine.
Green, and away they go. Denis Migal to lead, Kevin Piskolty to the chase. See them coming on the banks from that Sylvia again. But this is just insane driving. Whoa! Denis Migal doing a near perfect first section, but look at Kevin Piskolty. How did he not make contact? Maybe just a bit too aggressive there. Now he's falling back, losing the proximity. Dennis can smell the blood in the water. He puts the foot down, trying to keep the gap, keep it as far ahead as possible. We see Kevin now trying to make a huge dive in the...
Go, let's go, let's go!
Get on the gap! Put that back right exactly where the judges want to see, bringing it over the finish line. see smiles and high fives, the boys enjoyed that battle. The heart rate is definitely elevated after that one.
After slight setup changes, Dan decided to go with a more aggressive run. Kevin put down the solid lead, and then Dan stayed right after him, but things got tricky when he got the lead run. Kevin was aggressively dive and some uncomfortable speeds happened, so looking to the telemetry, the judges saw the equal mistakes from the both sides of Dan and Kevin, which means only one more time.
Oh, it's a one more time!
I'm dead.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I missed this one too.
Yes, you did.
Now it is clear. They're judging so fairly. Good job, refs.
Look, your inner side is worn out like this, and the outer side is worn out like this, but the middle isn't. Do you know why this happens? Because the pressure is way too low. Here, your cord is hitting, but the middle isn't working. Valino, with this pressure, it seems, just stops working. You should have tried inflating it more. Well, I mean, it's definitely because of low pressure. So your sidewall has done all the work, but the middle hasn't at all.
You see, she's just all different. And to judge which is better, which is not, right now, well, there's no option, do you understand? If it were just 1 week, I've noticed that Dan has very strong side wear at 0.6, at 0.6. At 0.8, his wear is even. But that's during the day. Now the conditions are different.
Listen, babe. Imagine I slammed into a tire really hard. It was impossible to drive. I was sliding like a fool, damn it. Either the grip was lost or into the tire. I'm going to go down now. I'll try something else because it's just impossible.
And away they go, Kevin the lead, Denis to chase. Piskolty, Migal throwing it in for the second time. Nice initiation from Kevin there. Perfect all the way around the outer zone, but Denis Migal's right there with him, not letting him get away, using all the power in that Z to try and get up close and personal as they make their way through the second zone. Denis Migal closed the proximity. How did he not make contact as they head back through the center section and transition into the descent zone? Massive dive there from Denis Migal in the chase, but Kevin Piskolty doing a great job pushing his car to the limit through that last section, transition for the last time.
Ah, what a beauty! Oh, that's so good. Absolute legend.
That's it. Fingers crossed.
Lycos green, away they go. Here, screams of all cars to make their way down the straight. Nice initiation there from Denis Migal, lovely and wide, but maybe just a bit too wide at the end of the zone. Kevin Piskolty has to back off to avoid contact. Just trying to get away, get as much proximity as he can, but Kevin now cutting the track, trying to get up close to him as they come through the centre section, getting ready to transition for the second last time through the decel zone. As they come through the last clip and over the finish line. Wow.
Damn, I can't see this inner clip for the life of me. I'm going for it, and every time I miss it. I'm fine, not nervous, it just didn't work out.
But your chaser was just insane.
I mean, I can drive this car even harder, you know? I'm completely in control of it. I'm just crazy about this car, damn. I can drive it even harder. I just don't get this clip. I don't understand how to approach it. Something broke in my head, you know?
During practice, we realized that Damir lacked the power to efficiency to be close to the rivals on this layout. And we couldn't increase it, like the boost on the spot, so we had to make the most from the current setup without any changes.
Fresh XC and Kiely in his standingly amazing green 180SX to leave the line, away they go. Kiely nearly touching Damir on the way down. This is exactly what you want to see from Tomas Kiely. Damir doing a lovely job now through that first zone, but Tomas Kiely is right there with him. What a transition from both guys. Barely making contact, bumper to bumper as they push their way through. Kiely's right there on the door, touching that fresh XC, pushing him around the track as they transition now into the decel zone. Can they slow down? Yes, they can. Too phenomenal drivers, but look at the chase driving from Tommy Kiely. Man, that was epic.
You've got a really good drive as the leader, just one wheel on the third bend, but you need to work. There's no gap at all, so ride like it's the last time.
So at top 8 battle against Tommy Kiely, it was the real struggle in pace for Damir. Even though he got the clean lead run, everything changed after he was chasing. So in the very first corner, he didn't expect such the massive angle from Kiely, and without extra power, he just couldn't carry enough speed to match it all.
It goes green, away they go. Kiely to lead, Damir to chase. Huge snappy initiation from Kiely. As we see Damir now ending up on the completely wrong side of the track. Did he get a little bit lost in Kiely's way transfer entry? I'm not 100% sure. As we see them now coming through the second section, huge disadvantage for Damir from that first corner. Not what we want to see, but Tommy Kiely doing a great job here now as he comes into the decel zone. Dabbing a handbrake, slows down that car, gets see him on the front brakes. Damir dropping one wheel through the inner clip as they transition for the last time and over the finish line. Wow! Right, back to the replay. What happened here?
That's just so unlucky.
The car snapped really hard there.
Really that hard?
Yeah.
You didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, but I still had to keep the car under control. But it was not.
Despite wanting to achieve a more impressive sporting result, we are very pleased with this trip because the main objective was to confirm that our solution works, that our cars are performing well and are ready to compete with any vehicles presented here. And we successfully achieved that goal. However, we are leaving with a very hungry aftertaste. There's something we haven't said yet. There's still something we need to do here. Overall, it's a really cool feeling because we're absolutely hungry. And if I could just skip these 2 weeks and start driving here again, I'd do it. As a company client, I'm in wild, insane delight. It only took us 1 day to get the hang of it, to start showing good, quality drift. Yes, we lost, but we drove incredibly well, and honestly, that's the most important thing. I enjoyed every single race. I wasn't struggling with the car. I wasn't trying to invent anything. I just drove the best I possibly could. And it allowed me to do everything I know how to do.
Looking back, we have 2 main takeaways. The cars are really reliable, but individual setup is really everything, as we see. Even this ready-to-race car needs to have the suspension and gearing dialed in to specific track and specific style of the drifter. So after the solid start, we're heading back to this workshop to fine-tune every struggle to come to Oman, not with just ready cars, but with tailored for the style for our drifters.
For today, we increased the power for Damir's car. And last round, he was asking. I had kind of lack of power during the race. So these guys tried to increase. So we did. We changed his turbocharger. Before this, it was 6466 by precision. Now it's also precision, but 6870. So it's next size. It's a bigger turbo. And we did several dyno tests. That was okay. And let's see how it works on race. But this is only one thing that I'm worrying. And if engine broke, we will know what is the maximum limit. Because before this, when we ran for like 700 horsepower setup, that was okay without any issues. Now we have a little bit more, like 750. And let's see if it's still reliable. We will push it more and we will check where is the limit of this engine.
The engine is overall great, but it still doesn't quite perform well at the top end. Looks like not enough something. Overall, it runs more energetically. It's still hot now. We need to lower the temperature. So far, we are not changing the boost, so it is more comfortable for me. In the middle, it is more responsive in terms of power, but still, it lags at the top.
From the standpoint of the difference in the suspension settings of our cars, we observe the following situation here. The thing is, for cars with LS, which inherently have a lot more power and a much larger torque that comes much earlier with lower revs, we are trying to maximize the grip of the tires that we currently have. As for Damir, his situation is a bit different. The thing is, when it comes to his driving style, he always prefers to use the car at maximum revs. And if we look at the log file from Damir's run, we'll see that Damir practically doesn't let go of the gas throughout the entire section of the track, while Tolja and Denis throttle a lot, trying to get traction. It's all about how, in a way, Damir finds it much easier to drive a car because it lacks excessive power and excessive torque, whereas larger V8 engines with superchargers have excessive torque, and the guys don't always manage to maintain the necessary grip using the throttle because there is simply too much torque for the current tire width, which causes them some problems. And because of this, our suspension settings are a little different. We set Damir's car, you could say, to always run at its maximum wheel speed, at the highest rotational speed of the wheel, while Denis and Anatoly's car operates more in the middle part of its range. From the standpoint of car setup, the distinction lies in varying shock absorber adjustments, slightly different springs, and distinct Ackermann angles for the front suspension. But in a broader sense, these are actually minor modifications that are most often carried out precisely when the car arrives at a particular track.
I like how the car handles now. Tariq will drive it, give feedback, and then we'll fix everything for you.
What did you do?
We just need to drill. We need to drill a hole in the steering wheel.
We worked a bit on the steering rack adjustment. Now this car performs much better, especially for Damir. He's absolutely thrilled, saying the car now reminds him of a Supra. As for the rear suspension, we lowered my car a bit more, removed the sway bar, and it turns out in this car, the sway bar was a limiting factor for grip. And as soon as we removed the sway bar, the car started to dig in more with its rear wheels. Right now, it has a tremendous amount of grip, and I'm liking it more and more. As for its handling and steering, there were practically no issues. We wanted to gain more, even greater grip on the rear axle, and we managed to achieve this precisely during the break between the first and second stages, by taking off the stabilizer and slightly lowering the rear end. We still have some rear grip in reserve. This means we're currently driving with stiffer suspension than we could, and there's actually still room to go lower. Plus, we can also lower the tire pressure because I'm probably the only one on our team driving with 0.8 grip, and even then, my car is super fast, and for now, that seems to be enough. So I believe that for today's qualification, we'll proceed in this manner. And then tomorrow, if God willing, we manage to get ourselves into the paired rounds, we'll try to work with even more grip to truly feel if there's any real advantage in doing so.
The qualification started quite steadily for our team, and based on judging briefing and task, our main targets were line and speed. And of course, we pointed attention on this part, and Damir hits the track first.
Transfer, exactly what the judges want to see. Minimal handbrake, use the snap to get on angle. Now, Damir doing a great job through this first section on the front brakes, tucks his nose right on the wall. Dumping there to get the back of that car out nice and wide into the zone, does it near perfectly as he makes his way through the centre for the last time, transitions out to the wall. It's not a bad run from Damir as he comes into the last outer zone, really wide, pushing it and bringing it over the finish line. That's a good run there from the fresh ex-driver.
From a drift perspective, his runs were both flawlessly. Ideal power sliding, no excess speed, no excess braking, no unnecessary acceleration. So it was just a great runs, but the scores went unexpectedly low. Meanwhile, Anatoly's run was a little bit choppy because he was playing with the throttle and he lacked of the excess throttle. Whereas all the drivers drag with the brake to stabilize their car, he used throttle and just barely touched the brake pedal. And judges didn't worry about his run.
Huge snap to angle, nice and wide from Shcherbak. Puts maybe one wheel just over that white line, making his way through that first corner. Tucks the nose in for the wall. Nice job there as he transitions back. Lovely and wide. It's not a bad run so far from Anatoly as he makes his way into the decel zone now. Puts the back of the car right out on the wall and out wide for that last zone. Shcherbak doing a great job here as he brings it over the line.
Now they'd give 70 points and khalas.
86? 3 cars, 86 points.
After the clean first run with the 86 points, he decided to make the aggressive initiation. It means without handbrake or foot brake on the single motion. Judges made a specific task and said that you can gain maximum points on the initiation if you're using clutch kick or either weight transfer. And it means you're using not handbrake, but in this case, your car is less controllable.
I'm telling you, this is qualifying leader.
Throwing it in. Very fast, very wide is Damir. All the way around. That's a nice job there from Damir. Oh, told the bumper on the wall.
Good job, man.
He's working the handbrake there, right?
For the second run, Anatoly decided to change his tactic and went with a full throttle, which earned him 87 points. And Damir went out with the same score. Only after qualification round we understood why we gained less than 80 points despite of the quite clean run. The point is, if you closely look to the rivals who got 80 points and more, they use the massive arch on the first transition on the whole power sliding, and they have just a big angle. So if we tune the car for this exact angle, of course we can make more points at the score.
A great
event. We're going to enjoy watching you. Hopefully none of you are going to be angry with us and come up and give out to us afterwards. And let's have a good one, and thank you. Bye-bye.
If there is contact between the first and the second, the first thing they will look at is the position of the chaser car. That is, again, what they want. They don't want you to be super close in a T-style. They want you to be super close and on the same trajectory as the leader. If contact suddenly occurs and you were like this, then there is a high probability that you will be considered at fault for the contact. If you were here, and even if the leader slightly slowed down or hesitated and you bumped into them, it is most likely your mistake.
Now, while we're coming to the tandem elimination round, we know that angle is not the high priority for us right now. We just need to dial it in before. But for now, we're focusing more on the line, on the solid and close proximity between the cars, on the high pace, and just on the clean lead run, because lead run provides you the great chase run. And we can do it only by changing and tuning and dialing suspension and the gears and diff settings.
We made two major things. The first one, we decided to switch off rear stabilizer. It's a stock from the stock car, and it looks like to be too stiff. But we use the front stabilizer. When I was driving with the rear stop, when I increase angle of the car, it slides more and more. It was hard to control on transitions when you slow your speed by angle. And the second, it was fine-tune of rear suspension. We tuned suspension to make another camber gain, the camber progression, how camber angle changes when struts goes up and down. We also worked with front suspension. We have made in 65 degrees of maximum lock. We changed different camber on front wheels. We changed the spring rate. I started with 5 springs, and now it's a 6 springs.
So Fresh X versus Fresh X here in the top 32. Really? One of us is going to the top 16 and one of us is going home.
Right, here we go. Shcherbak the lead, Migal the chase. As they throw it in, two identical cars. Literally identical cars. As we see them now coming through the first zone, near perfect from the teammates as they push hard through the center section for the first time, getting ready to transition back. Denis Migal with a but he just washes a small bit wide, lose a little bit of proximity as Shcherbak puts the throttle down now, trying to gain more proximity. Back in the car, on the wall, no problem, but Denis Migal is right there with him, knocking on his door through that last corner, saying, here, if we're going to damage them, we'll fix them together.
Toll. Dennis, after your turn, delivered a 9 out of 10 performance. He did make a couple of minor errors, and it's still not clear whose fault they were. Therefore, your task right now is to work extremely well. They are all communicating on the same channel.
Gal to lead, Shcherbak to chase. Did you see the flames out the back of that sea as they leave the line, throwing it in? Huge initiation. Denis Migal doing a lovely job now, dropping one wheel maybe towards the end of that zone, but Anatoly Shcherbak is right there with him, knocking up on his door, coming in through the center section, transitioning Shcherbak with a massive transition there.
Ah, what a legendary guy.
Through that second outer zone as they make their way back to the center section. One more time, huge transition again from both Fresh X guys. This is an absolute epic battle. Denis Migal on a perfect line through that third zone. But
what the hell? What is happening?
At the very end?
Tolja, what just happened at the end? Just the car slipped a little.
Understood. Well, that was a truly beautiful run. Damn, it was so synchronized, just like two identical twins.
There you have it. Denis Migal gets the win.
What exactly happened? Did your front end slip?
I don't remember, Sam. Gotta check the logs to see what's there. Check maybe my shifter disconnected or something. I'm telling you, I don't remember.
leave the line. Look at Andreas. Oh, what? Did you see that? I was like, what is going on? Damir looked slow, or Andreas was really fast. How did not make contact? Both these guys doing a good job there through the first section. We see now Damir and Andreas putting it right on the wall as the transition for the first time, smoking the Muscat out of it, entering zone 2. Damir not able to shake off that Supra as the transition one more time. Great transition from Andreas in the chase. Doing a good job not to make contact. That's exactly what we want to see. Really close proximity, pushing him around that last corner.
Well, Damir really scared him, but he seemed to stay on track.
Damir Idiyatulin gets the win. Unfortunately for Andreas Liilja, he will be bowing out in the top 32, but we'll definitely see him back next week for round 3.
The top 16 bracket is set that way that both of our drivers are facing Shanahan's brothers, which makes it really top-tier battle for us, and we've been waiting for it, honestly. Damir takes on Conor, Driftmasters champion, while Dan faces Jack, and it's really specific match for us. Back in 2021, if you remember, they were at the same team, and Jack even took the title. So now the former teammates go to head-to-head here in Oman.
Shanahan to lead, Damir to chase. Nice initiation there from Shanahan, but look
closer,
at Damir.
Closer.
Conor Shanahan on a great line. Look at the sparks coming from the bottom of that. See, I'm not sure what's going on there. We can't even see Damir coming through the centre section. Oh, his quarters after coming off. His bumper's coming off. What's happening? But Conor Shanahan on a near perfect lead line all the way through, out to the wall, not putting a foot wrong. Damir doing whatever he can to just stick with Shanahan. He knows he's going to be fast. Pushing right up on the door of that GT86. Oh.
I saw sparks back there. Might have been the exhaust coming loose, and I think the bumper too. Just so you know, the guys are already running over to tape it up.
What? Just partner. We will do it. We will do it. Forward. Can you do it?
Light goes green, away they go. Damir to lead, Shanahan to chase. Nice initiation from both guys. Damir in a lovely line, but look at Conor Shanahan, he's right there with him. Nearly getting a passenger spin around that first corner. He's that close as they make their way through the centre section now. Shanahan's so close to the wall as well. Damir on a beautiful lead line, putting the back wheel exactly where the judges want to see it. But Conor Shanahan is on 100% beast mode now. Will he make the best transition of the night? Yes, he does. Dives right up on the door of Damir, coming through that last corner, pushing him around. What a battle!
So I slipped and ended up there. My front wheel...
There were just sparks at that moment. I thought maybe you were scared.
No, I wasn't scared at all. I just slipped. I guess I was going exactly in his path, so I didn't quite get the angle, right?
You gave him the perfect angle, and he hit it perfectly.
I hit him with the front wheel.
Jack to lead, Denis Migal to chase. Oh, look at
at this from Jack Shanahan, but Denis Migal right there.
Let's go! Take it easy!
First corner, Jack Shanahan doing a perfect lead line yet again, but Denis Migal right there, huge transition from both guys. Shanahan carrying so much speed and angle through that transition.
That's perfect.
On his door as we see them transition one more time. Shanahan, Denis getting a small bit lost in the smoke, ends up on the inside. He gets back on Shanahan's door as they come out of the final corner and over the finish line. Yes, boys, that was very, very good driving. Let's see what happens when we swap them around here now. Denis Migal is going to lead in and Jack Shanahan's going to chase. What can Denis do in the lead? Pulls a massive gap on Shanahan. Where did he get that speed? Jack has to put foot to the floor now, trying to reel in the proximity, getting back up on his door by clipping point 2 as they work towards the inside clip, putting nose to the wall. Huge transition from both guys. Jack Shanahan doing a nice job now, but Denis Migal, he's on a nice lead line, but he's not as wide, not as deep as Shanahan was in places. Jack Shanahan, lovely and wide, one wheel off there for Denis. 2, 3 minutes. As they come back around the final corner and over the line. Oh, Denis, my friend.
This shit.
He almost won.
This car is so fast.
Thank you, bro.
Holy shit, man. Thank you. Even on the straight, I was like, whoa, fuck. Fucking nice.
Well done, Denis Migal, putting on a masterclass all day, so we will see him back for the next round.
I'm tired of losing every race first, damn it!
It was all going so well. And then that mistake?
F***ed up.
He was slower than me. Can you believe it? I was just cruising.
Yeah. Nothing changed.
It's so frustrating. The car feels amazing though. Seriously, it's strong.
As usual, Dan was solid as a chaser, mirroring Jack's clean lead run. But Dan's own lead run was kind of messy. On a low tire pressure, he initiated too much speed on the transition and washed out of the track. So this extra speed cost him really the race.
Your round 2 winner is Tommy Kiely!
Over these 2 rounds, we've come a long way. After all, our cars are not just ready to race anymore, they're perfectly dialed for the specific drivers and specific OIDC track. We found out the right grip, the right gearing, we know how this car needs to perform. Yes, for now our best is top 8, but in such competitive championship, you see, here really every mistake is costly. For now, we hit our main goal. The cars were bulletproof without a single mechanical serious failure for the season of 4 races already in a row, so just fuel and tires, that's it. We're learning exactly what the judges wanted to see from the qualifying in tandem, so we're taking those lessons. We're coming back even hungrier, and the drift will be even wilder from this part. So we'll see you at the next championship here at Fresh Ice.